Hey guys, how are you doing? I hope you are well. My name is Steve Marks. I'm the Global Product Specialist from Blackstar Amps. I hope you're keeping safe and music is getting you through. We're here this evening in association with Bax Music, which I'm very, very thankful to be here for. And we're going to talk about the ID Core version 3, which came out this year, 2021, for Blackstar. It's the third incarnation of ID Core, and we're very excited about it. There's a lot of possibilities with this amplifier. It's a practice amp, small digital practice amp, but there's a lot going on, and you get so much for your money. These are all under around about 200 euros. So we'll start with the higher price stuff here with the 40 watt. I'm currently going through the 20 for this demonstration this evening, and this is the 10. So just to give you a bit of background, if you don't know much about the ID cores, they're all stereo. They have a really unique feature called super wide stereo, which really throws the sound around your studio, around your room. It's quite amazing. It gives you the impression that you're almost in a stadium. It's fantastic, especially for things like delay and reverb and so on. There's 6 voices in here. It's a USB interface as well. It gives you 4-channel USB recording. We'll talk about that in a bit more detail. We've got brand new software for the ID Core V3 called Architect, which has a very cool section called Cab Rig Lite, which is Blackstar's own designed cab emulation software. You can change which cab you're using, the mic placement, all that good stuff. Fully customizable by you. So without going too far into this, what I'd like to do is show you a small clip to introduce you to the ID Core V3. So I will see you in a second, guitar in hand. Here we go. Okay, so that was an introduction to the range ID Core V3. You can see some really exciting things going on there. So with ID Core V3, you can live streaming made easy. With these products, you can simply connect them straight to your smartphone. All you need is a smartphone, and you can start pre-recording video content, or even going live on your social media. And I'm going to attempt to do that within this stream as well. You can also run these on battery as well as mains. So they come supplied with a mains PSU, but in actual fact, Blackstar have this product, which is called the PB1, the Power Bank 1. And with this cable, it will power your ID Core throughout the range for up to 8 hours. That's portable. Imagine using this for playing guitar at the beach, in the park with your friends, listening to music. Remember, these take audio really well. So there's our battery life. It's fully charged. There's a couple of USB. There's 2 USB charging outputs there as well. And this is the sort of thing where you can charge your devices if you are out on the road. It has a really handy torch as well, which is ideal for camping, things like that in the summer. So this is a product that is an optional extra, but it allows you to power portably. Quite amazing. So let's listen to some sounds. Hopefully my audio is going to come through okay for you guys. I think we're starting off on a super crunch voicing. Here we go. So at the moment, just to show you what is picking everything up, the chain of events, I've got a Aston Stealth mic in guitar dynamic mode, picking up just one of the speakers. We can listen to this in stereo as well. I'm going to put in a small 3.5mm output to my desk as well, so you can hear that, what it would sound like direct. But to start things off, I'm going to run through 6 of my presets. So there's 6 voices in here, 2 clean, 2 crunch, and 2 overdrive. So it goes from clean to scream, all right? So my presets, I'm going for a story. And this is as easy as it is. Everything is laid out on the top for you. You've got your voicing, gain, volume, Blackstar's patented infinite shape feature, the proprietary ISF, which allows you to change the tone of your amplifier from more tight American focus tones to more open, woolly British sounds, inherent of those sides of the pond. So I'm going to show you a short video as well on ISF, just to give you a bit more of a scientific explanation as well. Then we've got our effects section. In there, we've got 4 types of reverb, 4 types of delay, and 4 types of modulation. In fact, 5 types of modulation, because there's a blend between flanger and chorus, which is very, very cool. So I'm going to show you some sounds. That's what it's all about. I'm going through the ID Core 20, and this first tone for me is warm clean. It's very American sounding. So I've gone ISF American and a spring reverb to start off with. So when I dial in my preset, this is what I hear. Here we go. Great sounding American clean tone. Now, if I put on my modulation, I know that I stored a harmonic tremolo, which is one of the effects in the 4 modulations. This is great for country style. I also added a nice sort of short slapback delay in there. And that's my first preset, ready to go, simple. Second preset, clean bright. Now in Blackstar language, this is more of a boutique clean, so it breaks up the harder you push that gain stage and the harder you dig in. I'm using chicken picks, so these babies are hard, and it's going to give me more edge. But for me, this is very much an AC30 style tone. Cranked clean. Hear that spongy, compressed, almost like an EL84 tube simulation there. So on my modulations, I've got a chorus. So for me, one of my favorite guitar players, Keith Scott, plays with Bryan Adams. We're right there. So Strat, boutique, British style, small 2x12 combo with some chorus. Check this out. Great. I'm going to add a delay in there. I've chose a multi-tap, which is my 4th delay. You can see where we're going with this. What a sound. This is a low-cost amplifier, really affordable. Over to crunch. So here I've gone with the room reverb, a British low-gain 70s, 60s crunch vibe. talking to Hendrix, if we go back to that clean bright again, perfect for that. Check this out. Yeah, crunch, great sound for blues. Now that's going to work really well with humbucker. So I'm going to swap over to my Les Paul, just in case anybody does use humbuckers primarily. I hope you're enjoying this stream so far. If you're joining us a little late on, my name's Steve Marks. I'm the global product specialist for Blackstar amps, and we're coming from my home in the UK. And I'm running through the brand new ID Core V3 with you. They're amazing products. All right, so here we go. A bit more edge, of course. So if I roll my tone off, we're right there. Yeah. Again, sort of great for that stuff. Wonderful tones for that. Across to Super Crunch, got some delay in there. It's a high gain 80s, 90s hard rock tone. I've gone for British here for obvious reasons. Take away the effects and you're in that 90s alternative stuff. Back on the delay. Wonderful, wonderful tones. I'm just going to tune up slightly. There's nothing worse than somebody on a demo slightly out of pitch. I'm getting all excited, you see. I think it's my B or my G. Hope you're enjoying this stream so far. Any questions that I can see, I will try to answer. I know we're streaming to a couple of platforms right now for the Bax guys. It'll be really good to come and visit the store, one of the Bax stores. I've already visited a couple, and it'd be great to come over when we can all start to travel again and have some good times. There we go. So Super Crunch, nice high gain, classic British tone. Great sound. OD1, I've gone for an American high gain thing, so more of a sort of biased British classic rock tone. I've added a delay there. I think I've got a small phaser on this. Just a very, very vague fade. OD2, slightly different. Great sounds, getting carried away there. So ISF is a huge part of Blackstar's heritage. We're only 13, 14 years old as a company. Blackstar was started by ex-Marshall guys that felt that they reached the end of the road at Marshall and went out on their own. And we're one of the top amp brands in the world. We're very proud to be sold at Bax Music. And ISF is a big part of that. So to give you a little bit of background, most amplifiers have a fixed component value of their tone stack, their bass, their middle, their treble. Wherever you go with that, it's always generally fixed. ISF allows you to move those component values around, and each frequency, the frequencies we're talking about obviously are bass, middle and treble, each frequency changes and alters constantly, so you can get some amazing tones that you would have never have found in something else. And that's the beauty of Blackstar. Our motto is the sound in your head. Hopefully you can see that back there, the sound in your head. It's all about giving you the best tools for the job. I'm going to show you a small video which will give you a great explanation on that. Here we go.
ISF is an innovative control from Blackstar amplification. When turned towards 0, it gives tight, focused, percussive response, characteristic of American amps. When turned towards 10, the response becomes woody, crunchy and warm, more like traditional British amps. Bass, mid and treble controls can be found on almost all modern amp designs, but by varying component values, each company has developed its own signature sound. However, these signature sounds are only snapshots from a wide tonal spectrum available. The Blackstar patented Infinite Shape feature, or ISF, shifts the whole tone control network. You can match the snapshots from established brands as well as the infinite options of any characteristics in between them. This means that the signature sound of your amp is decided by you. Our aim is to give you the tools to find the sound in your head. ISF is different to a contour control or parametric EQ, which sound unmusical and suck the life from your tone. The ISF network's response is identical to the traditional passive guitar network. Bass, mid and treble controls remain interactive, which is the key to the musicality of the circuit.
Alright guys, so hopefully that was really helpful and useful to you to remind you of how important ISF really is to Blackstar as a brand. It's very unique and it sets us apart from the rest. So what I'd like to do now is show you a video introducing Architect and Cab Rig. We're going to get Cab Rig up on the screen so you can see what it looks like. I've got my USB connected from this unit straight to my to my laptop, so we're going to have a play around with that, and all being well, it's going to come across really good for you guys. But before we do that and step into using it direct, so you can actually get an audio interpretation of what CabRig can give you, I'm going to show you another small video which introduces you to what CabRig can do for you as a player at home. I've seen a couple of questions come through. Would I recommend the 10 or the 20? Well, just to recap, if you are joining us a little late, this is the 10, this is the 20, and this is the 40. My personal favorite is the 20. It's the one in the middle. Sounds fantastic at low volumes, as well as pushed a little bit at home. Remember, it's a practice amp. It's not meant to be turned up really, really loud. It's just a great tone in a suitable environment at home. The 40's got a bit more punch, obviously. The speakers are bigger here, so each, without the range, the speakers enlarge, of course. So I don't know, for at home use, the 10 is fantastic. If you're looking at that price point, let's just talk about the price point. So roughly, and this is just approximate prices for you, but the 10 is €135, the 20 is €175, and just for a little bit more for the 40, €209. So they're just approximate prices, of course, but so much product for your money. But I've got my little cable plugged into the line out, the CabRig output. I'm going straight to my desk. When I do that, the speaker is muted, so we're not getting anything from here on this next demo section. But let me show you the video and we'll go from there. Here we go.
ID Core V3 ships with CabRig Lite as standard, but it is not monitored through your physical cabinets. Accessing CabRig is done via the all-new Architect software. There are 3 ways to monitor CabRig. The first, by using headphones. There is a dedicated CabRig headphone 3.5mm stereo output on the top of your ID Core. With Architect connected via a USB cable, you can use your headphones to hear CabRig's emulated output. The second, by using monitors. With a 3.5 to dual 1/4" cable, you can plug the CabRig emulated output directly into a pair of monitors or through an interface. The third, by using a DAW. With the ID Core connected to your computer via the USB output, select the amplifier as your input device in your DAW's audio preferences. To avoid hearing the amplifier's output over your CabRig output, select the Speaker Mute option in Architect's Settings tab.
Okay guys, so let's get CabRig up on the screen, and I'm hoping you're still going to be able to hear me when we do that. So that's what it looks like. It works for Mac and PC. It's an app, so there's no installing, no drivers or anything you need to download. It just download it from Blackstar Amps. It appears as an app on your computer, which is very, very useful. It takes up no space at all. So we can see a really unique, clean layout. So if I start moving dials around on my device, on my amplifier, you will see it move in real time. So let's look at the voices. You can see it moving around on the voices there, nice and easy. If I start to move just the ISF, again, you can see it start to work. But hopefully you can now see on the screen that we've got bass, treble, middle controls, resonance and presence, which is fantastic. And that's so useful to be able to store your presets. You can store as many presets as you like within the software, and you can also upload them and download others from online, other people using from around the world, which is great. You can store 6, 1 to each voicing on the unit itself. Okay, so I'm going to open up Architects and I'm going to run through some of the CabRig options. All right, so you can see the CabRig there and the effects. I'm just going to show you the drop-down menus for the effects. We can see we've got our tuner there as well. Nice, easy chromatic tuner. We've got our noise gate engaged or disengaged. Here's our chorus flanger at the moment, but if we go to our modulation, we can see our drop-down menu. We've got phaser, and the controls will change suitable to that effect. Envelope filter, tremolo, and so on. So here we have our delays. So we've got linear, analog, tape, and multi-tap. You've heard a few examples of those throughout this stream. And then our reverbs, we have room, hall, spring, and plate. You can see these small dices in the corner here. There's one for CabRig and for our EQ and our effects. If the inevitable lack of inspiration arises when you're playing guitar, you can actually throw a new EQ your way. So we'll do that right now. I'll go to the dice and it will change my EQ. it'll do it again. I can go to my effects, it will give me a brand new effects realm that will hopefully inspire me to write some new riffs, some new licks. So that's really cool. It's like a randomized dice for your sounds, okay? So I'm just going to dial in again my Super Crunch preset because I know where I am with that. Now let's look at the cab rig. So here we can see we've got our 4x12 and I'm using it with a ribbon mic. That's currently my favorite sound. But if we look at all the cab options, we can go from 110, 112, 112 cab, 212 open back. Very, very cool combo cabinet there. We've got 3 choices of mic that we can have: dynamic, condenser and ribbon. And we can also have them on axis or off axis as well. So we've got a lot of control for our responses here. Really unique. So I'm going to run through some of the sounds. Remember, we're going direct currently, so I'm hoping you're going to get a nice juicy guitar tone right about now. So what we're listening to there again is the ribbon mic. I'm going to put it on axis. Let's change our tone to a 1x10 combo, so radically different. Let's go to a 212 open back, for example. Let's change it to a dynamic mic. It's worth remembering that you can't load your own impulse responses in here. It's not like an IR loader. These are all customizable, of course, as you've just seen, but it's all built into ID Core V3, which when is linked to the Architect software, allows you to control your output signal when recording. It's fantastic. Let's go for a ribbon on a slightly larger, let's go for a 412 modern. Great sound. Let's try one more 4x12 oversized. Let's go for a condenser, see what we get there. Amazing. Such a fantastic feature set. And that's the cab rig Lite that's included in Architect with ID Core V3. The good news is if you use ID Core V2s, you can still use Architect, but you only use this side of it. You can't use cab rig Lite. That's inbuilt within V3. All right, so very, very cool indeed. I'm just going to turn my level down for a moment because I'm going to show you next how to live stream. So we'll be able to see that in shot. So hopefully that was really helpful and useful to you, but the software is amazing that comes with ID Core. And it's backdatable, as we said. It works with Silverline, ID Core, Beam, ID series, it's all there. Cab rig Lite is V3 only, all right, just to make that clear. All right, so I'm going to swap back to my Strat, I think, just to get some single coil tones running. And we're going to attempt to do a live stream within a live stream. It's like the Matrix, ladies and gentlemen. Insane. All right, so we are now doing a cable that you can buy, you can purchase. So in order to live stream to your smart device, you need a TRRS cable, not TRS, TRRS, okay? That's tip, ring, sleeve. 3 black rings around the end of your 3.5mm cable. Blackstar are doing one. These are available to purchase from Blackstar or your local Bax store. I'm sure we can sort that out. These have only just landed, so Bax might not have these in stock right now, but I'm sure they will once it's sorted out with our good friends at Face Distribution. All right, so here's one I made earlier. This is my cable here. Now, the cable is really nice. It's a great feel, good quality. But I use iOS devices. So if you were using Android, you would just simply need this cable to go into your input jack of your phone. Because iOS is just Lightning these days on modern iPhones, I've got a 3.5mm adapter to Lightning, and it's as simple as that. And now I can connect it to my phone. I've got my phone here, which I'm going to attempt to go. Let's not lose any cables. So I'm ready to do a live stream. All right. So here we go. So I plugged it into my phone, and now I'm going to plug this in to the. There we go. I'm going to take out the main line cable and go back to the mic'd up sound. Let's go for a nice ambient clean tone to start with. This is how quickly you can dial in sounds. So this is my sound that's already in there. I'm going to go for a plate reverb, so it's nice and large. I'm going to go for a linear delay, fairly slow. There's a tap tempo on there. There's also some quick controls where I can hold tap and use the level to create tempo control, which is very unique as well. And that's all I need. I'm going to go for a really nice ambient. Beautiful, right? We're going to start with that. So I'm going to open up my video application. I'm going to turn to selfie camera so it can pick me up. And we're just going to put it there. Let's not knock anything else out of my laptop. So we can see a bit of the guitar, we can see a little bit of the amplifier. Now, what's important to know that when I start live streaming and pressing record, the only audio it's going to record is everything coming out of the streaming output of the amplifier. It's not going to pick up my voice. So if you were doing a live stream with this and you were answering questions or having a conversation with anybody watching your live stream, you would have maybe another device where you would be typing the answer or questions or anything like that. But what is important is you can actually record straight to your voice memos. So if you have an idea for a riff, you want to show the band, you can record from this cable straight to your voice memo and email it across at high quality. That's amazing. The next thing to talk about is ultimately pre-recording content. So if you were a budding content creator on YouTube and you've got your own YouTube channel, you can take your ID core, you can plug it straight into your phone device. Maybe you would have it on landscape mode. You would record your playing, doing some cool licks and riffs. You would finish, you would turn the amplifier off maybe, you would take your cable out, you would record the vocal part, maybe your introduction and your description of what you're doing separately, and then you can splice it together on a movie editing app like iMovie, for example, or anything that edits a video. So you can do it that way as well if you're pre-recording content, which is amazing. So when I press record on the phone, I'm actually going to talk to my phone and wave. So you guys, when we listen back, you can hear that it's not picking that up, but it's going to pick up all the goodness from the guitar. All right? So here we go. Let's try it. So I'm going to press record now. I'm going to wave to my phone. I'm speaking as you guys are hopefully seeing and hearing me. And let's do some playing. You can see the amp in shot. And here's my guitar. Here we go. press stop on the pre-recording, or it might have been a live stream. We're going to take the phone off the stand here, so I'm going to be able to show you guys all being well. And hopefully it's going to come through. All right, let me just check. Perfect. Here we go. So I'm going to hold it close to the screen so you guys can see clearly what possibilities you have with the ID Core V3. It's quite amazing. So here we go. I'm going to try and get it out of the light. Here we go. And that's the end of the pre-recorded content. How cool is that? To be able to do live streaming, pre-recording straight from your ID Core. It works on the 10 watt, the 20 and the 40. It's an amazing feature for the price points. Again, just to talk about the prices, roughly 135, 175 and 209. 10 watt, 20 and 40 watts. Amazing, amazing products. So guys, I've been here for like 40 minutes now, so I think it's time that I bid you good night and go and grab a beer. I hope you've really enjoyed it. I've been enjoying it myself with you guys, and thank you to Bax Music for having me. Thank you to the Face guys for organising as well, and I hope you've learnt some stuff. I hope you've seen things that you thought, wow, I didn't realise Blackstar ID cores was that much going on, and there really is. It's quite amazing. So these are in stock now. They're brand new for 2021, and I hope you've really enjoyed it. Remember to stay safe, be kind, and I will very much look forward to having a beer with you next time I'm out on the road visiting. All right, so take care. Thank you so much for watching. See you soon. Bye for now.